Guys, I cannot I cannot believe my eyes. What have I just watched? What what have I just watched? I don't know. I don't even know where to start from. I don't know whether to insult Amarin. I don't know whether to go at Onana. I don't know whether I should go at the board. I don't know where the attack should start from. Firstly, I have some notes. Let me even. Oh my god. Okay, you know what? The first thing I want to say, the first thing I want to say, before I say anything else, is wow. Grimsby were phenomenal. They were good as they could possibly be against a Manchester United side. Take care. Care is laughing. I don't. Did you watch the game, Care? Did you watch the game? I don't know. I don't know what to say. I don't know. I don't know. Wow. I can't believe my eyes because wow. And they got away with it, by the way. They scored, I think Grimsby scored like 4 goals today. Two were offside. They scored like four. And that's the thing, like, I know everybody's going to laugh at United, but before I laugh at United, I'm not even going to laugh at United. Before I attack United and Amorim and Onana, the first person I want to give credit to is Grimsby and their manager. Well done. Well done. Their crowd today were phenomenal. Their players gave everything they could give, and they were all together as a team. They were phenomenal today. Yesterday, I can't believe now, in hindsight, that I was considering not watching this game because, good Lord, was it worth the watch? Was it worth the watch? It was a very good game. Take nothing away from Grimsby. So now, the first note I have here, before anything else, and this was first half. This was after like 1 or 2-0. The first note I have here is United need to learn to calm down. And what do I mean by that? United against United against poor Man United. I don't even, this is the thing, yeah. I don't even think it's poor Man United. I think it's how they play. And let me explain what I mean by they need to calm down. So United against Arsenal, I praised them against Arsenal. I said they looked good. I said they made good signings. They were a lot of misplaced passes because they didn't really understand how each other wanted to play. Against Arsenal, I was full of praise for Manchester United. But the thing is, against Fulham, against Grimsby, United in this side, against Arsenal. Okay, let me explain what I mean. Against Arsenal, they were playing on the counter, so I could understand why they were gone ho. I could understand why they were in transition a lot. I thought it was a game plan. But seeing them against Fulham and against Grimsby, I don't think it was game plan. I genuinely think that they don't know how to control games. I genuinely think that all their players just want to carry the ball and run. And it is very concerning because if you look at the profile of players United have Ahmad, they have Dogu, they have Cunha, they brought in Mbuemo. All these guys all want to carry the ball and run. There's nobody that is telling them, you guys calm down, let's control the game, let's control the game. Like, control a game. You guys know what that is, to control a game, to be calm. You're playing against people that you would expect United to be superior against, people that you expect United to implement your style over. Like, you force, like, that was my concern for the likes of Ange. There was a game we played, a non-league side. I can't remember the side that we played under Ange. And you expect against a side that you're superior to, you expect to force them into your style of play. Do you get what I'm saying? But United are just in transition all the time, and all their players are just getting the ball, and they're all just trying to run at the defense, and all trying to dribble, and all trying to. I don't know what they're trying to do. And their midfielders, they don't have anybody that can calm a game down, that can set the tempo of a game. If you guys know what I mean, like, if you look at against Manchester City now, Tottenham had Bentancur being the same tempo setter. They don't have anybody. If you look at, sorry, excuse me. If you look at all their profile of players, they don't have anybody that can like calm a game down and say, okay, let's do this, calm down, pass the ball, give me back, pass the ball, move, pass. No, this dribble, run past 6 men, run past the 100 men. I'm just trying to do it all on my own. And all their players today, that's what they were trying to do. And some people might say, oh, it's Grimsby. Maybe that's why they're feeling like that. Maybe they got complacent. But it was the same thing against Fulham. It was the same thing against Arsenal. And I get it. Like I said, I understood it against Arsenal because I thought it was the style of play. Arsenal are the stronger side. You want to catch them on the break and things like that. But against Grimsby, you control the game. They don't see the ball. You dominate possession, and by dominating possession, you create chance after chance. You whip in crosses. You have a 6'5" striker. Jesus Christ! You control the game, but no, they're just making everything 1,000 miles per hour, and we just want to run and run, and there was no control. Let me check. Let me check the stats just to check if that backs up what I'm saying. Because there was a point in time they showed the possession stats on the stream I was watching. Um, they showed the possession stats on the stream I was watching, and it was quite even. Sorry, wrong game. It was quite even. It wasn't. Sorry, they went. Grimsby went in any way, shape, or form outclassed by Man United. Let me check for it. Yeah, okay. So later in the game, 29% possession. But if you check the okay, chance is also okay. The possession is skewed. It's skewed. Towards the end of the game, they were the dominant side. Granted, I agree. But I didn't think that in any way, shape, or form they dominated this game in any way. I didn't think that. Like, and that's the thing. Like, you need to learn how to hold possession. You need to learn how to dominate teams that you are meant to. That match put a smile on my face. Honestly, I think I was just in awe. I couldn't believe what I was watching. I genuinely couldn't be. I I don't even I don't even know what to say. I couldn't believe what I was. I don't know. I don't know why we watched it. I don't know. I don't know why everybody watched it. It's like in everybody we knew that there was a possibility of something happening here, but I just couldn't believe that it would happen. I just couldn't believe. I just couldn't. I don't know. So yeah, I've written that. So I think that also Sheshko, I don't think that that guy is getting any chances. And that's the thing. A lot of United fans last season were coming at Rasmus Højlund. How many chances per game was Højlund receiving? He wasn't receiving chances. He wasn't. And that's the thing. Like, Sheshko as well isn't receiving chances because Ahmad wants to score. Umbuemo wants to score. Cunha wants to score. Everybody in this United side wants to score. So who exactly is meant to be feeding him? Who exactly is meant to be feeding him? Nobody. Nobody's feeding him. Nobody. None of the midfielders. Mino is taking shots on his own. They're not trying to find strikers. I don't know what they're doing. I honestly don't know what they're doing. And it's concerning because I get it. It's a new season. It's 2 games into the new season and whatever. But a lot of United fans won't see this as a new season. They'll see it as a continuation from last season. And that's even why it's more concerning because it is literally a continuation from last season. Last season, United finished 15th. And you can't just act like last season didn't happen. It happened. It happened. It happened. And let's even say, okay, you didn't have the players. There should be improvements this season. And so far, you played well. Granted, you played well against Arsenal, but you didn't get even a point. Again, today, I know you people want to say Onana, but United attackers didn't do themselves. They didn't put themselves. The rest of the United team didn't put themselves or give themselves any glory. So you can't even say Onana. Do you get what I'm saying? It wasn't just Onana that was bad today. Against the Fulham as well, the same thing. The same thing against Fulham. I don't know where you go from here, honestly. And Amorim is walking a tightrope because they backed you. You can't say they haven't backed you. And if anything, even if the midfield isn't good enough, at least the attack should be your get out of jail free card. You've spent insane money on that attack. And still, they've only scored 1 goal in the Premier League. Still, Burnley, Sunderland, and Leeds have all gotten wins in the Premier League, and United are still yet to get a win in the Premier League. It's concerning. Honestly, it is. It is very concerning. Um, this is just embarrassing, honestly. And Onana, Onana. Now let's get to Onana. Onana is not good enough for Manchester United. He's not good enough for Manchester United. But I'm not going to blame Onana. And should I tell you why I'm not going to blame Onana? Because the scouts scouted Onana. The scouts signed Onana. Ten Hag and the club knew when Ten Hag was doing this. They let um their hair go for Onana. Do you get what I'm saying? They let their hair go for Onana. So you can't blame Onana. Okay, now they let their hair go, no problem. You've seen Onana for the last like 1, 2 years. Now you've seen Onana, and today, Amrim still starts Onana. Onana isn't good enough. There's nothing we can do about that. He doesn't have the ability. He's not a good goalkeeper. We all know that. He's not a good goalkeeper. But it is the fault of Amrim for starting him today. If you know this guy's not a good goalkeeper, yes, it was near post. The second one, he couldn't handle the ball. Today, he had how many penalties? 13 penalties, and he saved only one. 13 penalties, you only saved one as the Manchester United goalkeeper. Granted, that is not good enough. But I blame the manager for knowing that this guy is not good enough and playing him. It's the manager I have to blame because you're the one that puts the players onto the pitch. If your second goalkeeper in Alte was injured, granted I would understand. But Onana today, I can't blame Onana because he just doesn't have the ability. Like there's nothing you want to say. It's the same thing like Davinson Sanchez and Erik Dyer at Tottenham. When I used to say, yes, these guys are bad players, but it's the board's fault, the coach's fault for picking them. It's the board's fault for them being in the club. There's nothing you can do. They don't have the ability. You can't fault them for not being good players. There's nothing you can say about that. They are not good. They are not good. And that is not their fault for not being good players. Onana is not a good goalkeeper. It is not his fault for not being a good goalkeeper. It is manager's fault for putting him onto the pitch. It is the manager's fault for putting him onto the pitch. And like I said, Sheshko is starving. Everybody's trying to do I'm the star man, and the star man is just Grimsby. Well, just Grimsby have beaten you today. Just Grimsby have beaten you today. And they were 2 goals up in 30 minutes, by the way. 2 goals up in 30 minutes. It's shocking. Absolutely shocking. I'm not even a United fan, but I couldn't believe my eyes. Honestly, I don't even know. I couldn't believe my eyes, honestly. Let me see which other talking point I have. If you see, yeah. So there was a goal that Grimsby scored that, oh no, sorry, a shot that Grimsby missed. That it was a United defender's handball, and I found that very interesting. And that's what I was saying about United trying to be 1,000 miles per hour. The shot, the attacker calmed down. He was in the box. He calmed down and just slid the ball through for the player that was coming, and then the player got the shot. That's what I mean. You don't need to be running every time when the United attackers had the ball. They're sprinting. They're trying to sprint and just dribble past everybody. That's not how football is played. That's how it's played when you're playing against a counter-attack team or you are an elite dribbler like Messi. But if you're not, you calm down and craft chances. And that's the thing, they don't know how to calm down. And like I said, players like Mbuemo, players like Cunha, for years they've been playing in relegation sides where when you get the ball is run, run, run. And that's the thing. When you bring in players like this, all they know is run. That's how they know to play. That's how they know to play. Now, it's one thing to bring players like this into Nottingham Forest. It's another thing to bring players like this to Manchester United, where you're going to hold the ball more. And these guys don't know how to release the ball. They don't. And that's concerning. It is. Because everybody wants to be the Messi of this team. Everybody wants to. I don't even know. I don't know. It's concerning, honestly. Honestly. Amrim, I can excuse Fulham. Amrim, I can excuse Arsenal. There was a performance there. But Grimsby, Grimsby, it's not good enough. It's not, and I'm not even a Manchester United fan. And Manchester United, by the way, how did Manchester United let go of Dean Henderson, who is a very good penalty goalkeeper, by the way, let go of De Gea and get stuck with Tom Heaton, Andre Onana, and Aute Bayende. How? How did they do that? How does that make any sense? I don't know where United go from here, but right now, Amram is on the chopping block and he's going to get fired very quickly because if you think back to when Ten Hag was sacked, Ten Hag was sacked because it was a spillover from last season. He wasn't doing well enough last season. He kept his job because he won a trophy. And early into the next season, he was sacked. He was sacked. And if Amram is not careful, he's going to get sacked as well. Where do United go from here? Honestly, there are not too many good managers out there. And I think the only like the squad they built now is you would say I don't even know what they built because this team I think can play well in a 4-3-3, but they're trying to play a midfield too, and they don't have the midfielders for that. So I don't even know where they go from here because one might say, okay, they have the likes of they have likes of Dogo, who is a wing back. They have a lot of centre backs. Maybe you play a back three. But I think that this squad that I'm seeing makes more sense for a back four. I don't even know. But then, which manager can you even go out there, 200 million revamped forward line just to lose to Grimsby? Honestly, it's concerning. It's concerning. And now I know I'm putting all the blame on Amrin right now, but even the players as well. The players as well. The lineup that they put out there. The lineup that they put out there today. Let me see. Sheshko, Kunya, Diallo, Ugarte, Kobe, Dalo, Dogo, Heaven, Maguire, Fredrickson, Onana. This should be good enough to beat Grimsby. This should be good enough to beat Premier League teams, talk less of Grimsby. Look at the players they had on the bench. Delete, Mount, Bruno, Zepsi, Mbuemo, Casemiro. This should be good enough to beat Grimsby. And it's concerning that it's not. I feel so sorry for Grimsby. They splashed out in the transfer window and still couldn't beat Manuel in 90 minutes. Honestly, I don't even know. Amrim is bound to get the sack. Honest, look, I don't know where United go from here. I don't know where they go from here because which manager do they get in? Because I genuinely think that this United side can't play how Amrim wants them to play. They don't have the midfielders for it. And I think that this team right now is best set up for a 4-3-3. No, care, don't do that. United players are not poor. I'm telling you, he's the manager. Think back. Let me tell you to Villa under Emery. Villa under Gerard. Gerard was such a bad manager that when Emery took over, they were in the relegation places. That season, Emery took them into Conference League, I believe. Emery took them to Conference League. Look at Tottenham now under Ange. We're so poor in the Premier League. I can assure you, we won't be that bad in the. I don't even know. Semel Zabi, what's that guy's name? Is it Memel Zabi? Who is the goalkeeper that they're linked to? Who's the goalkeeper? That they're being linked to. Lamens, sorry, I said Semels. Lamens. Okay. Let me show you. Lamens. Okay. I think this guy comes in as number one, by the way. Here, you have maybe Matthias. No, not even Matthias. Euro. Which left centre back do they have? Maybe Lisandro, but he's not available. So Maguire over Delete. Maybe Delete. Let's just go with Delete. Let me show you guys. It's not the team. I'm telling you, it's not the team. Left back, you have Shaw. Right back, you have Mazraoui. Number 6. Let's say, okay, you do this. No, not even okay. Come, let me show you guys. And this one now, they want to sell him. That's the thing. You can't even back the manager and say you want to sell Mino because this manager isn't even doing well. So how can they even back him and say they want to sell Mino? Mino has played well for them. Let me see. United players are poor. Defense and midfield. This United side is poor. Names and no substance. Man U is like Yugoslavia under Tito. Tito. No, no, no. I don't think this United side is poor. I'm telling you, is the manager. But that's the thing. If they even want to sack this guy, where do you go from here? Honestly, where do you go from here? This, I think this team is cooking. A 4-2-3-1, sorry, is Umbomo. This team under a new manager, but who do you guys think United can get as a manager? Which manager do you think United can get, you guys? Because where do you think they go? If they fire Amorim today, if you fire Amorim today, Glasner can't play at United because United don't have the midfield. Glasner wants to play three at the back. So they need a 4-2-3-1. 4-2-3-1 looks like this team is built for 4-2-3-1. But that's the thing, they're trying to play a system that doesn't fit them. It doesn't. This would work. This would work. That midfield is not ready. Yeah, for a 4-3-3, for Glasner, for a 3-4-3, sorry. Goalkeeper is terrible. Maguire is shocking. Oh my god, no. Maguire in the back three is half decent. Delete is overrated. Casemiro is finished. Buemo and Cunha are mid-level EPL. And Shesko is totally unproven. Looks very stiff. Bro, he's not even getting any chances. Casemiro needs legs around him. What was again? Delete. Jury's out on that guy. Maguire is good if you use him the right way, in my opinion. Sheshko is barely getting anything. And Sheshko can't play in this United side when everybody's trying to dribble, everybody's trying to play like Messi. Not everybody's Messi. United players are playing like they're all Messi. Many of their best players in this area, in that era, are pundits, slagging them off all the time. Many of their best players, oh yeah, oh, that they are not good enough. Yeah, I get what you mean. I get what you mean. Glasner would be class for United. I don't think Glasner will be class for United with this midfield. That midfield is not ready. United have the names, but on paper, the players are very bad. Honestly, care. I genuinely think that United players are not bad. I just think that this manager isn't good enough. And it's somebody that I backed, but honestly, I'm concerned. I am concerned because, like, it's the same thing with Ange. There's a certain caliber of squad, and it's the same thing with Graham Potter. It's the same thing with Gerrard. There's a certain caliber of squad that you have that, even though you can't necessarily do too much, you shouldn't be as bad as this. This is unacceptable. This is not good enough. It's not good enough. The players, everybody needs to be held accountable. This is not good enough. And that squad, as bad as that squad is, yeah, you can't say they're like that bad that United should be finishing 15th. You can't say they're that bad that Sunderland, Burnley, and Leeds have won in the Premier League. Mind you, these clubs have also signed new players, so you can't even say new signings are failing to gel. You can't. And I'm not even a United fan, and I'm having headache. God, um, you would need Mahatma Gandhi to solve Man United. I don't even know who that is, but okay. YOTD channel. This is my first time seeing you here. Welcome to Not London Narratives. It's nice to see you. Man United died a natural death when Ferguson left the pathetic club. Look, I think that United, see, a lot of people are panicking, and a lot of people are going overboard, and I understand it. I understand it. See, United fans, believe me, I understand it. United is a massive club. United should not be in this position. But I'm telling you guys just need a manager that is a good fit. Look at the chaos Chelsea was in. To a certain degree, Pochettino came and settled things. Then Maresca came in and took them to a whole new level. Thomas Frank right now did that for Tottenham. Emery did that for Villa. All you guys need is the right manager. And I'm telling you. But that's the thing. The question is, who is the right manager for Man United? Because the only person I can think of right now The only person I can think of is Nagelsmann, but he's the German coach. And if United sack Amorim, where do they even go from here? Because people are saying Glass now, but United don't have the midfield um to play this guy's football. Amorim. It's going to be the same with Glass now. So you need a 4-2-3-1 manager because United is not built for a back three. United, if you want to play a midfield three, this is what you will go with. 3-5-2. Let me show you guys. What's his name? And I don't even think this guy's good enough anymore. I used to think he was good enough before, but he's not good enough for Manchester United. But yeah, this, look at this. So let's say then you do this. God, you do this guy here. Let me shift this once. If you even want to play a back three, you shift this once, you do this, you move maybe Cunha here, but this is even to attack him. So maybe, yeah, let's say Cunha here. Then you play front two of this. And that way, your midfield isn't as bad. That's the only way if they want to play back three. Because right now, it is not working. I think this squad is built for a 4-3-1. But if you even want to play back three, go with a 3-5-2. This can work. This can work. And then you have these two flying. But having a two in midfield with these United midfielders, it can't work. Maybe this guy could even come up and step up as maybe this, but I would suggest he stays back and rather use this guy as the person in front. And then out of possession or in possession, it turns into this. Because they would need as much help as possible for this midfield. And then it turns into this, a 3-4-3, which is basically what they play now. But you have these three always defending, and just these three, just do your thing in front. Honestly. So let me check the comments. There are lots of comments. Thank you guys for the comments. If you're new here, please like, please subscribe, please turn on post notifications. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's see. So Cunha, I wouldn't take any player from Man United for Liverpool, not even one. BM, are you telling me that you wouldn't take Lenier? You guys tried to sign Lenier. You tried to sign Lenier. Are you telling me you wouldn't take Delete? You have Joe Gomez. You would take Delete. Are you telling me? Are you telling me you wouldn't take Mino? I know he's at United now. He has problems. But are you telling me you wouldn't take Mino? You wouldn't take Mino that has thrived under Ten Hag. Come on. Come on. At least Lenier and Delete. You guys need centre backs. You will take them. There's no way you wouldn't take anybody. There's no way. There's no way. Let me see the other comments. BM agreed. So Care and Patch agree with BM. That's a joke. You guys are joking. I think you're totally overrating all these players. I genuinely think that these guys, I know that's the thing. I understand why people feel like this because believe me, I'm a Tottenham fan. We had a horrible season last season, and there are lots of our players now that have lost faith, belief, everything in. I no longer believe in them. But I'm telling you, this Manchester United side isn't as bad as a lot of people think they are. I'm telling you that it's the quality of the manager. We saw it under Gerrard under Aston Villa under Gerrard. We saw it with Ange's Tottenham. Now we're seeing it with Amr. I'm telling you, this squad isn't as bad as a lot of people think. They just need to get the manager right. Now, who the right manager is, I don't know. I don't know where United go from here after Amr. But honestly, it doesn't look like Amram is going to last. Gandhi. Gandhi single-handedly brought independence to India peacefully against the United Kingdom. So you're telling me they need Gandhi? Oh my God. United is in trouble. No, honestly, they are in trouble. I said, Shaw is terrible. No, Care, stop playing. Shaw is not terrible. He's just always injured. When he's available, he's a very good player. What said Tottenham? Okay, Tottenham versus Doncaster, third round draw. Honestly, I feel confident in that fixture now that we don't have Ange. So I feel good. I feel good. That's good. That's good. I would like to see the likes of Tell and not the bear against them. Maybe not Tell and not the bear. Maybe one of them. I don't trust the team that much yet. Brochure is not good. He said Ajayi. Who is Pat talking about? Who is Pat talking about? He said Brochure is not good. Guy, I'm not even joking. I'm telling you, this United squad is not that bad. Let's see. Best young managers. Where do United go from here? I don't know. Best young manager. You guys, let me know. Ajayi on loan. Who is Ajayi on loan? I don't understand. What do you mean, Care? What are you talking about? What do you mean by Ajayi on loan? What happened to Ajayi? Who is Ajayi? Who is Ajayi? Let me see. Which manager? Where do you guys think United go from here? Like if they sack Amr, where do they go from here? Where do they go from here? Honestly, because I don't even know where they go from here. I think they go for Nagusman. That's the only person I can think of. Or do you think they can get Unai Emery? Our academy player who scored in the Europa League. Oh, that Ajayi. Oh. He has gone out on loan. To where? First touches of his debut. Oh, I know the guy. I know the guy. I know him. Where did he go out on loan to? Where do United go from here? Honestly, David Moyes. Who is this guy? God, United are in trouble. They're in trouble, and the board needs to be looked at. Guy, I don't even know these managers. Sergio Conceição or Thiago Motta. I think the safest bet is Nagelsmann. He has money that Bayern is a big club. I think Nagelsmann makes sense. But would he want to come? I think he will leave Germany for Manchester United. Marco Silva. Marco Silva to United. Doncaster. When do we have United next? Oh my God. That's when you know your club is in trouble. When fans of other clubs are asking when they play you. We play them not too far. So they play Burnley City. Jesus Christ, Amram is going to get the sack. There's no way. There's no way this guy is going to survive this. So they play Burnley. They must win that. They play Burnley. After Burnley, they play Man City. Then they play Chelsea, then Brentford, then Sunderland, then Liverpool, Brighton, Nottingham Forest, Tottenham, Everton. See, that's what I'm saying. When how you know your club is in trouble, yeah? How you know your club is in trouble is when no fixture looks easy. No fixture looks easy. Chill, I'm coming. My dad is calling me. Give me a sec. Give me a sec. I'm coming. My dad is at the gate, so I need to tell my siblings to open the gate for him. Give me a second. My apologies. Sorry, it's my father. I have to answer. So yeah, that's how you know your club is in trouble when you like no game looks easy. That's the thing. This guy is definitely like he's going to get sacked. It's not even a joke. He is going to get sacked because there's no way he escapes this. There's no way he escapes this. Like Burnley, fine. Then let's look at it from here. After Burnley, you play City, Chelsea, Brentford. Brentford, maybe this might not be as tough as before, as under Thomas Frank. Sunderland, to be fair, haven't watched them yet, so I don't even know what to make of them. Liverpool, Brighton, Forest, Spurs, Everton, Palace, West Ham, maybe this they can win here. He would have probably gotten a sack before this. I don't even know where they go from here. I don't know where they go from here because which manager do you think Marco Silva? Marco Silva, what, what do you think? So this is the list. Let me compile a list. Marco Silva notes online. So let's see. Share this tab instead. So let's see. Um, Marco Silva, Marco Silva, Nagelsmann. Let me check. Which other manager can we say can come to United? Which other manager? I don't think Fabregas can do this job. Some people are saying Glasner. So let's write Glasner down. Glasner. Which other manager? Let me see. Iraola. I don't think Iraola would work. They don't have the midfield to press. Iraola can't work. I think the smartest person here is Marco Silva. If they lose to Burnley, Amorim is gone. I can't even imagine a world where they lose to Burnley. I can't possibly, I can't possibly imagine that happening. There's no way. There is no way. Surely they can't lose to Unai Emery. Some might say Emery. Unai Emery. So Unai Emery. I think Emery. Do you think Emery will leave Villa? No, no. There's no way they sign Nuno. No way. There's no way they go for Nuno. There's no way. Surely, I don't think so. The style of play and everything. Nah, nah. I don't think so. So you know what I'm going to do now? Okay. So let me do this. Share this tab instead. Man U scored. So you know what I'm going to do? Highlight every player here. Copy. ChatGPT. New chat. Paste. This is Manchester United squad. It's 2025. Their current manager is Amorim, and he looks like he would be getting the sack soon. Who do you think? I think Marco Silva is the best, personally, is the best person to replace him, considering the considering all factors. This is the short list. I'll add Nuno as well. Nuno. So copy, paste. Pros and sorry, pros and cons of every manager. Also, okay, so yeah, who you think the best fit would be, and the second, who the best fit would be, with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 from first to fifth. So let's do this. Let's do this. So he's laughing. No. Is how is Onana still at Man U? It's not how is Onana still at Man U. How did how is Onana still playing for Man U? Should be the question. How? Honestly, how? So let's see. So Marco Silva. So let's see. Marco Silva. He's prem proven. He's number one. Okay. He wasn't number one. Okay, so the first manager is Marco Silva. He's prime proven. He knows the league inside out with Fulham, Everton, Watford, Hull. Adapted from relegation scraps to mid-table stabilization. He has a tactical identity, progressive football. Wingers and fullbacks are well utilized. Could suit Garnacho, Anthony, and Buemo. He's good at improving players. He revived Mitrovic, Polinia, Willian, could be valuable for Sancho, Anthony, and Cunha. Cons, he doesn't have an elite CV. He has never dealt with the squad and club of United sides and scrutiny. His sides are often open against top teams. United already league goals. Will the Old Trafford spotlight swallow him? Okay, so that's Marco Silva. Nagelsmann, experienced at Bayern, Germany, Leipzig, seen as part of a new generation like Amrim. Tactical flexibility, 3-4-2-1, 4-2-3-1, perfect for this squad's versatile attackers. Built careers like Upamecano and Co. So Mino, Obi, Euro would thrive. He has a big name and he keeps United relevant. Okay. Cons, his Bayern stint showed issues with dressing room politics. At United, a fragile club, the risk is amplified. Overtinkering, he has been accused of overcomplicating tactics, could confuse players in high pressure moments, might take time to adapt, unproven in the Prem. Okay, so Glasner, he has won the Europa League with Frankfurt, rebuilt Palace into a stable, compact, and dynamic side, would fit United forwards who love space. Exactly. A lot of their players are transition players. They're not breakdown kidney players. They're not possession players. That's why a lot of them today, they're just running. They don't know how to calm down because these guys are coming from relegation sites. That's all they know. Let me see. Knows how to overachieve, could bring resilience to a mentally fragile dressing room. Not a glamour name, may not excite the fan base or the board compared to Nagelsmann. Less experience at the very top and risk. So ChatGPT, I don't think ChatGPT knows he won the FA Cup and the Community Shield. So yeah, risk of being too reactive when United fans crave attacking dominance. Okay. A league tactician, Europa League maestro, overachieved with Villarreal, stabilized Aston Villa into a UCL club. God, this is massive. His teams are compact, balanced, and effective in Europe. Could make United hard to beat again. Elite coach, so perfect for somebody like Dogu, Diallo, and Obi. Struggled in PSG and Arsenal. Media narratives swallowed him. Old Trafford pressure could repeat this. More of a tactical teacher than a motivator might clash with big egos. Too pragmatic. United fans expect dominance, not sitting deep and countering. Did well at Wolves, brought them into Europe. His teams are compact, counter-attacking, use wing backs effectively, could suit Mazraoui, Dallo, and Shaw. Could stabilize the dressing room in the short term. Once figured out, his Wolves team became predictable. His sports stint was a disaster. I don't think it was a disaster, but okay. Um, United squad is built for high pressing and attacking flair. We feel like a step backwards compared to Nagelsmann/Emery. So best fit for United in 2025, he said number one, Nagelsmann, best balance of ambition, tactical flexibility, and youth development. Risky, but United need a big swing more than a safe pair of hands. Glasner, second best, less glamorous, but could stabilize the team with a clear structure. Think modern Ten Hag, but with better adaptability. Unai Emery, excellent tactician, would instantly improve results, especially in Europe, but the pressure narrative is dangerous. Marco Silva, likable and attack minded, but not proven enough for a rebuild of this scale. No, too cautious and uninspiring for what United need. So if United want to rebuild around youth, modern tactics, go Nagelsmann. If they want to a stabilizer who makes them hard to beat, Glasner. They want to win the league in 2028. So Nagelsmann, then Glasner, then Emery, then Marco Silva. I said it. I said it. Nagelsmann looks like the best fit for them currently. I don't even know where they go from here. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know where United go from here because it's troubling. It's concerning. It's concerning, and I can't act like, oh, it's not concerning. It is. It is. No matter how much I want people to cut the manager some slack, but it is incredibly concerning. God, let me see. Okay. So let's move on from United. But I think Nagelsmann is the way they go. But Amorim is really under it, and the board needs to help him. Get him a goalkeeper, get him a midfielder. So you know that you gave this guy the best chance of success, yeah. And if you know you gave him the best chance of success, and he couldn't do it, then you can sack him. But not that there are holes in the squad, visible holes in the squad. This goalkeeper thing has been an issue. It has cost them in the Arsenal game. It cost them again today, and like it feels like, oh, what if? What if? Do you get what I'm saying? Because this is a manager that Manchester City were looking at potentially to succeed, succeed Pep. So yeah, I don't think he's a bad manager. I just think that right now the clock is ticking. We're not going to sign any players. Okay, let's move on. Let's move on. Let's move on to transfers. So today, for other transfers, let's move on. So which transfers do I have here? So apparently, Eketike wasn't called up for France, and that is incredible. But guess who was called up? Guess. Akliush was called up. Akliush was called up. Didier Deschamps knows a baller when he sees one. I'm just saying, but that's crazy. Eketike not getting called up is crazy. Honestly, that is crazy. Um, but yeah, I realized something and I noticed something. Yeah, no way. Exactly. My exact reaction. There's no way he didn't get called up. He didn't get called up, care. So um I noticed something, and I sat down and I was thinking back to the last 2 seasons. If you think back to the last 2 seasons, for some reason or another, our manager was always in the news. Tottenham Hotspur were always in the news. And I'm not just talking about our bad performances. I'm talking about the manager himself. He was quite the character. Him saying things like, oh, they're very good candidates for my job if they sack me. Him saying things like, what else can I think of off the top of my head? I always win things in my second season. He was always, Tottenham Hotspur were always in the news for one reason or another. But funny enough, am I the only one that's noticed that right now, Tottenham haven't been in the news? We've been in the news for transfers, granted, but nothing else. Like there's nothing else that we've been in the news for. Everything has been very hush hush. Everything is just calm. Everything is just everybody's just going on with their job. Like there's nothing, there's nobody talking, there's no manager saying crazy things, nothing. Everybody's just quiet. Everything just feels relaxed on the pitch, manager wise. On the pitch and manager wise, everything is relaxed. Off the pitch, not so much. But on the pitch, everything seems calm. I just thought that was very interesting because, like, It's so crazy how like a club embodies the manager, and how my fear was that would the job be too big for Thomas Frank, and he sort of looks like he has settled in well so far. So yeah, I found that very interesting. Um, Moving on, there was a player that I wanted to check out. There was a player I wanted to check out, and I don't know if you guys will know him, but his name is Morato. He's at Benfica, and he's a left center. Oh my god, he's at Nottingham Forest. When did Nottingham Forest signed Morato? They signed him last year. Oh, they signed him last year. Him and Milenkovic. Wow, and he hasn't played well for them. Interesting. Based on the match rating, he didn't even play too much. Interesting. Wow. Okay. So that's a lost cause. Demiral has already moved. I think he's right-footed. Okay. I didn't even know. I didn't even know that. Anyways, um, okay, so that one is gone. I wrote that down because I wanted to check. So rival Chelsea for Xavi Simons. Tottenham have been interested in Simons for some time. There is move open to a move to North London despite his apparent interest in joining Chelsea. Simons wants to leave RB Leipzig this summer with the German club valuing him around 60 million pounds. Do I think this transfer is going to happen? No, I do not. And it's very interesting how, even with all the things that have happened, Tottenham Hotspur have still not gone for Magnus Alkliush, bottom of the pecking order, for the reason I said. Alkliush is a 10. Tottenham Hotspur need a player that can play in 10 and 8. So if Madison comes back, if Kulu comes back, that player can play as an 8. The likes of and Simon's 30% chance. I don't even think there's a chance. I think Chelsea get this done. He wants Chelsea. He has made it clear that there is priority. This isn't the first time that they're saying that we're linked to him. Fabrizio had reported it earlier, but he said he's giving priority to Chelsea. So I think it's very unlikely, honestly. Personally, I feel like it's unlikely. I just found that very interesting. I I think that we're going for a Iberici Eze. If we're going for a Iberici, then why can't we go for Selfest? But that's what everybody said for Arsenal as well. Chelsea made money. Chelsea, Chelsea made money. Chelsea made money from the Club World Cup. Chelsea have made money from sales. Let's check. Chelsea signings. So let's see. Look at their outgoings. Let me show you people. You people here coming here saying Chelsea needs to sell. Look at how many players they've sold. Look at the list. So they've sold Kani, they've sold Vega, they've sold Broha, Dewsbury Hall, Ugochukwu, Magui is on loan. They've sold Yao Felix, they've sold Madueke, they've sold Petrovic, they've sold Kepa, they've sold this guy to Man City, they've sold Cassidy, they've sold players. They're still going to sell Nkunku. They're still going to sell Jackson. Which other player are they being linked with the sale for again? Can't think of anybody else. But they still have a lot of players to sell. They still have a lot of players to sell. And mind you, they won the Club World Cup as well. So they have money from the Club World Cup. They're in the Champions League as well. They have money from that. And Club World Cup, a lot of clubs. Let me see. How much? Look at $125 million. They have a lot of money. That's the thing. I feel like this sell to buy thing is a myth. Chelsea can buy. They just don't want to buy. If they wanted Simmons, they would have bought him by now. I don't think they're fully interested. I hope they're not, because Tottenham are desperate. But I think it's not a money thing. Like they have the money. It's not a money thing. A lot of people have been saying it's money, money. No, Chelsea have money. They have money. This money, believe me, they have no problem spending. All these players, majority of these players, they've made profit on. Majority of these players that they sold, that I showed you guys, they've made profit on. Let's check. So, how much did Chelsea sign Renato Vieira? So 12 million. How much did Chelsea sell? 26 million for 12 million. That's more than double. Let's check which other player have they sold. Carney. How much did Chelsea sign Chuku Emeka? 20 million. How much did Chelsea sell him for? 24 million. Profit as well. Let's see again. Broha. Broha was from the academy. 20 million. Are you seeing this? Money. Maybe they can't afford the wages currently. So apparently, I can't even remember where I heard this, but Chelsea apparently don't pay wages, high wages. So what they do, and that's why they didn't want Sancho, because Sancho was asking for high wages. What Chelsea do is that they um put incentives. So things like winning Champions League, qualifying for the Champions League, and things like that. So you get bonuses, but your actual wage isn't high. Do you get? That's what they do. So you have Broha. I don't know why my nose feels uncomfortable. Disbury Hall. So let's check how much they signed Disbury Hall for. All these guys we've seen now is profit. 28 million. No, Everton signed him for 28 million. Chelsea signed him for 30 million. So they made a 2 million loss on that. Ugochukwu. So it's similar. Chelsea paid 25 million. How much did Chelsea pay to sign Ugochukwu from what club? From Rennes. I can't find it. So maybe they signed him for 23 and sold him for 25. Let me check. Who else again? Felix. 46 million. Jesus Christ. 43. So they made a loss on that. Even making that little loss is incredible. Jesus. Yeah, they also sold 35 million euros. They sold him for 48.5. Can you see what I'm saying? Let's check which other player again. Petrovic to Bournemouth. 25 million. So Bournemouth signed him for 25 million. Chelsea signed him for 14 million. What else again? They sold Kepa as well. That's a huge loss. But it wasn't under them, to be fair. It was under the former ownership. Which other significant sale is here? So 13 million. How much did they sell him for? 13 million. and they sold him for basically the same price, or they made a little loss, and they have a sell-on clause. Can you see what I'm saying? So they've made money, and mind you, they made $125 million from Club World Cup as well, minus Champions League money. They've made money. They have the money. They have it. I think their Club World Cup money alone has paid for some of their signings. So that's the thing. I don't know, but let's try and do a dive into him, because I get what you're saying. If they wanted to sign him, they would have by now. So let's see. So his playmaking is a strength. Let's see stats. His heat map in the 24-25 season. So he plays off the left. He likes the left side. The season after, off the left as well. So he's attacking. He's very similar to Madison in that aspect. He plays off the left. Let's check what team was he at before. He was a PSV. So let's go back and check his PSV heat map. PSV is what club again? What league? Eredivisie, yeah. Heat map, okay, is more spread here. So he played everywhere here. So maybe it's how they use him at um at Leipzig. Yeah. So let's see. So wow, he has had very good seasons since he left PSG. Wow. In PSV, he smashed it in his first season of professional football. 22 goals, 11 assists, 33 goal contributions. Incredible. Then at Leipzig, let me check where they finished that season. So Bundesliga table 2024. 23-24, Leipzig finished fourth, and he had 23 goal contributions. Then the following season, 19 goal contributions. That was last season. Last season where they finished, where are they? Seventh. And he had 19 goal contributions. That's not bad. And he played very well. He didn't just have goal contributions, he also played very well. This season, he has played 2 games. He has 1 goal, 1 assist. Hmm. Okay, not bad. Let's check his data. So it's similar to Matthias Sule, it's similar to Sekher, Iwobi, Isco, William Brandt, Mbuemo, Gibbs White. Interesting. Interesting that he's similar to. That is very interesting. That is very interesting. This is very interesting. He's similar to Madison as well. I said that. Kulusevski as well. Enzo Fernandez, Kubo. Interesting. So his goal scoring is 4/5. His XG is low, but his goals versus his XG is very high. So he's a clinical finisher. He outperforms his XG. Shots total, so he doesn't shoot much, but he's efficient and clinical when he does. That's something you like to see. He can play left wing too. Let me see. So he can play. Sure. No, 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 no. Wrong, wrong, wrong thing. I pressed. He can play. Yeah, he probably can play left wing if he can play midfield left. So he can play left wing as well. What foot is he? Right footed. Yeah, he can play left wing. He can play left wing. Um, he looks like a good player. But let's go through the data. So he's assisting 3 stars, expected assist 3.5 stars, key passes is very high, progressive passes is very high 4.5, pass completion, excellent at breaking lines and progressing play, creative with solid chance creation. Maybe I'll watch his highlights to see with my own eyes. Let me write him down. Sorry, give me a sec. Xavi Simos. Okay. So yeah, ball carrying, progressive carries, 3 star, successful take-ons, 2.5 star, take-on success, carries into the final third. He carries the ball forward often, but loses duels too much. Needs improvement in 1v1 success. Interesting. Mind you, he's like how old? 22. Just turned 22 in April. Um, so he looks like the passing type of creative midfielder. Um, chill. Let's go here. Passes completed, long passes, 89th percentile. Passes attempted, long passes, pass completion percentage, long passes 59 percentile. Completes one in every two long pass, basically. Interesting. No wonder it's similar to Gibbs White. Kudus needs to teach him. Teach him what? How to take on a man, Abi? I agree. No, he will learn. He will learn. At Tottenham. Oh, God. You just reminded me of Sadio. Jesus Christ. We'll get into that. We'll get there. Defensive contribution. So tackles 3 stars, tackles in the attacking third, 4 stars. So he presses well. Interceptions 3 stars, clearances 4 stars. Active presser high up, defensive, decent work rate defensively. Touches 4.5 star, touches in the midfield 5 star, touches in the attacking penalty box 2 stars, passes received 4 stars. Is involved in the build up and midfield link up, but doesn't get into the box often. Fouls drawn 5 star, very hard to defend without fouling. Okay. Ball recoveries 5 star, aerials 1. Wow. 4 star despite being 168 centimeters. Works hard of the ball and surprisingly competitive physically. So his attacking output is good, playmaking is decent, ball carrying is poor, defensive work rate is okay, possession and link up play is good, physical and mental is good. So 4.5 star. 4.5 star. Okay, let's see. I think I'll take him. I would. I would take him. Let's see how the side looks with him. Um, Currently, Spurs have been playing a 4-2-3-1. Vicario, Romero. Sorry, why am I typing Vicario and Zlatan is coming out? Romero, Van de Ven, Spence, Poro, Paulinha, O, O, Poro, Vicario, Romero, Bentancur, Xavi. Oh God, I don't even know. Like, isn't it incredibly concerning in the sense they said we missed out on Kudus? Sorry, Savio. We haven't been linked to any left wingers. Sancho should come to Spurs. What's your take? I would not take him. I don't want him on my club. I don't want him on my club. I don't want Jadon Sancho on my club. I don't know what it is. I don't like his character. I don't think. I think that his character is bigger than his ability, and that is not the kind of player I want at my club. But that's just me. That's what. Okay, would you take him? Would you take him as Spurs and why? Why would you take him as Spurs? Let me know. So yeah, isn't it incredibly concerning that we haven't been linked to any left wingers? I feel that way. I think it's very concerning. Um, Let me check again. Which other transfer news did I see today? Nathan Ake is a very interesting one that I saw today. So Nathan Ake to Spurs, that is a crazy shout. Really wants to come to Spurs. So he's 30 years of age, injury ridden last year, where he can play left back, he can play left centre back. Market value is quite low right now. Let's even check this Manchester City squad. They're trying to get rid of players, right? Coincidentally, we go for one of the ones that they don't want to get rid of. But anyways, um, I know they want to get rid of this one. I don't want him. Akonji is right-footed. Ake is the only one I will take care of. He's the only one I will take. I don't want the rest of them. Sancho has a high ceiling. Wait, okay, wait. Let me read your comments. I'm coming. I was thinking, what's this rubbish? Jesus Christ. I was thinking the same thing as you, but now thinking about it, Frank could get the best out of him. Sancho is a fraud. Let me show you. Let me show you. I have a problem with that guy. He's a fraud. I'm not even joking. This guy's a fraud. Wow. Surprisingly, has played good matches. So he can play on the left wing and right wing. They signed him for 85 million euros. Okay. Playmaking, passing, and eye pressing. Eye strength, allegedly.
Vous cherchez une connexion Internet
Definitely no goal
illimitée pour
scoring.
votre voyage au Maroc?
Premier
Avec
League.
Olafly,
Let's go to the
découvrez la
Bundesliga.
magie de Marrakech.
He spent 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 seasons
Trouvez
in
les
Paris.
meilleurs à
In
la
his
banque
first season, sees heat map, okay, touchline, drips into the box here.
Sahara.
So
Et
following season, played on the right,
où
okay.
que vous alliez.
Following season, on the left more and on the right as well. Following season, both. Following season, on the left. So that's the most recent one.
Vous cherchez une connexion Internet
Okay, now
illimitée
let's
pour
check
votre
his career
voyage.
stats. So at Dortmund, his first season wasn't so good. His second season, 13 goals, 16 assists. How do you go from all these things he was doing to the player that he is today? How? How does it become so bad? Three, 5 goals, 3 assists, 7 goals, 3 assists. 3 goals, 2 assists. And when he went back to the Bundesliga, he didn't do too much. But he says here he played well. And at Chelsea, 8 assists, 5 goals in 2,400 minutes. So now in 2,400 minutes, okay, in a better side, he played better. If you check, one, two, three are almost the same minutes, but he played better and he had more goal contribution. So he had 13. Here he had 10, here he had 8. But let's check his data. Let's check his data. Let me see. Okay, let's see. Shan Bobo. So his first season was 17-18. So we'll start from 18-19. 18-19. So his passing is good. Shot creation actions is good. Defensively, next to nothing. Carries up very high. He's very good at ball carrying. Had a very good season this season. The following season, 1920, in the Bundesliga, very good, very good. Shooting was good. Goals, assists, good. Passing, shot creating actions. Defensively, next to nothing. Carries is a lot. Okay. So this is kind of player that carries you up the pitch. Okay. So what we're trying to do with Kudus, he can do that. Not bad. Let's check. The following season at the Bundesliga, when did he join Manchester United? He joined Manchester United in 21-22. And what season are we in? We're currently in 2021. So his next season that he joined Manchester United. So this was his last season. So green, passing. His passing is really strong. Defensive ability is quite bad. In possession is good. Carries as well is strong again. So let's see. Then let's check. Let's check 21-22. So 21-22, there was a huge drop off. This was his first season at Manchester United. Quite horrible. His shooting stats are horrible. His passing stats are still really good. Pass stats reduced as well. Goal and shot creation reduced. Defensive defensive stats improved. In possession is still very good. He was still carrying the ball, but he wasn't getting or he wasn't doing the things in the final third. Okay. Shot creating actions dropped. Let's check his second season. Let's say the first season was a fluke. First season was a fluke. Second season, 22-23. So he improved. Okay. His passing stats reduced. Well, mind you, United went or aren't a side that necessarily hold the ball. His stats are not actually bad. What's bad is the goals and assists. Like now that I'm looking at the data, okay, now that I'm looking at the data, I don't think it's that bad. Like I don't think he's as bad as I thought he was. His passing stats are still really good. Progressive carries were really good. What season was this? 22, 23. That was when? His second season at Man U. Ah, it was really good. He just wasn't getting the goals and assists. Then 23, 24. That was in the Bundesliga. Okay. So when he went back, his passing stats were good. Goal scoring wasn't so good. I think they used him as a touchline winger at Dortmund when he went back. I remember seeing him in a few games in the Champions League. His progressive carries were very strong, but it's how they used him. And I think Chelsea as well, to be fair to him, also did use him as a touchline winger. And that's why they got Gittins as well, because they want somebody that is very good, that can stretch the play. So his goal scoring at Chelsea too won't be that good. But I'm sure his carrying will be very strong. Yeah. So his carries into the final third is even low. That means he was outside the final third. Was outside the box. Okay. But carries into the final third. What's the difference between carries? You know what? Let me interpret the data. So this 24-25 Premier League season. Okay. Share this tab instead. New chat. Interpret the data for me. So let's see. I'm actually buying into this slowly. But let's see. Use gold stars over five. We're that desperate now. We're looking at Sancho, freedom fighter. Can you imagine? Ah, God, this board have really failed us. God. Um. So as a goal threat, yeah, exactly. Like I said, at Chelsea they used him as a touchline winger. So very low shot volume, rarely gets into high XG positions. Slightly efficient when he does shoot, but not a reliable scorer. Okay, so strong passes, strong in key passes, excellent at playing balls into the penalty area, safe, accurate passer, works best as a facilitator. Ball carrying and dribbling, elite progressive carries, consistently dribbles into the box, successful take-ons. One of his strongest traits is his dribbling and his ball carrying. Defensive work, next to nothing. First to fourth percentile. Jesus Christ. Contributes almost nothing off the ball defensively, off the ball movement, 4 stars. Receives progressive passes in at an elite rate. Good positioning in advanced areas. So total rating 3.5 over 5. Creative ball carrying winger slash attacking midfielder, a left winger in a possession team that values progression and combination play rather than scoring or pressing. Yeah, like I said, I think it's how they used him. I think I might actually take Sancho now. I think it's how they used him, because if you look at both, how old is Sancho? Sancho is 25. He's 25. He's 180 centimeters, right footed. I might actually take Sancho. I will. I will care. You've convinced me, I will. I wouldn't have taken him before, but now looking at the data, I think it's how they used him. Like, I think it's how they've used him at these clubs. And if you do this, it doesn't look that bad a window anymore, does it? Let me just swap them back. It doesn't look that bad a window anymore if you do this. Sorry, in this tab. It doesn't look that bad. There's a player in there. I agree, Ke. I agree. I agree. Maybe his character, but to be fair, Manchester United, a lot of players have gone there and done badly. The environment, the culture, the club is in chaos. And like I said, they need a personality that can handle the pressure at United, because United is such a big club. Like, they're incredibly big. And I feel like a Marco Silva will get eaten alive there by the media, by the scrutiny. And the only person that they can go for is Nagelsmann, because he has been at Bayern. He knows what it's like to be in a high pressure environment. And I feel like he's a very good manager, by the way. He's a very good manager. But yeah, I think this is a very good team. How likely this is, I don't know. I still don't think it's very realistic. But I wouldn't mind it, to be fair. But I think this is more realistic. But this is a very strong team. It is a very strong team. And it's not that bad a window. I think I'll take Sancho. The attack looks like it will create a lot. Exactly. Exactly. And I think if you think back to how Thomas Frank was using Son when Son was still playing in preseason, I think one of our wingers was playing as a touchline winger and one was playing narrow. And I think Sancho will be able to do that as well. Like Sancho will be able to do that as well. And his ball carrying is very good. His dribbling is very good. And having runners, like if you think to Madison now, for instance, Sancho's dribbling will create space for the likes of Madison, or let's even say Xavi. Sancho's dribbling will create space for the likes of Xavi as well. So if you have two players on this guy, two players on this guy, somebody here is going to be free. Let's change this guy to Sasature, who we know sort of likes ball crashing, I mean box crashing. So if these guys have two men on them, Richarlison is a menace. And these two will also need men on them as well. It always comes back to this. This one will be able to bomb forward if we get an Ake and we can turn it to a back three. Yeah, Paulinia just stay there and stop any attacks. And it will look something like this. You play as an inside forward. You stay wide to stretch the pitch. Sir, take up the space. Or Xavi likes to take up that space. Sir, stay here. Xavi, take up the space and create chances from here and link up with this guy. So yeah, I think he can work and it looks like he can create a lot. And I think in a weird way, now I'm actually like after looking at the data, I would actually take Sancho. I would cry of joy if we got Ake and Simmons. Ake, Simmons, and Sancho at this point. You get because right now we're stuck with Teller, not the bear. And that's the thing, like they're not even transfer news. That's what's concerning. Like let's check transfer news. Let's see if there's anything. So everybody's reporting on the Javi Simmons thing. Some people are saying Rabio. Some people are saying Rabio. So let's see. Spurs say Chelsea target Xavi Simons is of interest. While there is also interest in Man City winger Savinho, while forget it, he's not dead. Sorry, God forbid. But like he's gone. Get Rabiu away from my club. Oh my god. His mom is a lot to handle. I don't want her anywhere near this club. So yeah, um, Tottenham Hotspur priority in the final days of the window is in number 10 after missing out on key targets. Spurs have interest in Xavi Simons. However, it's nothing more than that at this stage, with Chelsea considered frontrunners for his signature. According, but there is no indication that West Ham will consider a sale. Similarly, Morgan Rogers is of interest, but Aston Villa consider him not for sale. There has been no movement as this stands. Gibbs White was seen as the ideal player for Thomas Frank. And that's the thing. The data says that he's similar to Gibbs White, Xavi Simons. So that's very interesting. Uh, Gibbs White was seen as the ideal player for the head coach Thomas Frank, but Spurs insist they could not have done much in what they felt was bizarre few weeks. Blah 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 blah. So yeah, I don't think they've said anything new yet. Just seeing the same names. Bobby Vincent. I think I'll take Sancho. I'd rather Sancho than Ganacho, that's for sure. Um, you think we could play Shalan Kane in the 10 and convince ourselves he's the king? Oh my god. And convince ourselves this gives white. Ah, you're just jokes, man. Care. Bro, honestly, it's just sad. Honestly, it's sad at this point. Honestly, the state we are in as a club right now is incredibly sad. I don't even know what to say. It is sad. It is. But I'll take this. Honestly, I'll take this without thinking twice. I will take this 1, 2, 3. And I wanted the number 8 as well, but at this point, this triangle here, I would take. I would. Why do Tottenham always battle out for the scraps? On the positive side, the quality of players that we've been linked to this summer has improved. Like before, we would have been linked to the likes of El Canus and Tyler Diblin. So on the positive side, it's quality that we've been linked to so far, even though they've been rejecting us. It shows that Thomas Frank has said, "Bro, this is not good enough," and he has made that clear. So yeah, he has made that clear. So that is positive on that front. That the quality of players has improved, but we need to show that we're good on the pitch for these players to actually want to come to us. It's one thing to be trying to go for quality now, but yeah. The last thing I want to say, I think I will leave early today. I haven't eaten this evening. I haven't eaten today, like this evening, and I am incredibly hungry. So breaking news: Manchester City. I can't wait to see Skudu score a banger and sit on his chair celebration. Yeah, that would be incredibly dope, to say the least. That would be dope. Um, so breaking news: Manchester City have informed THFC that they are not changing their stance on Savinho. He's staying. They have no intention of letting him go, not even for a fee over 70 million euros. Do you think that City intentionally did this, or they genuinely would have sold if they could get Rodrigo? What do you think? Do you think that they would have sold if they could get Rodrigo? There's not much football news on other clubs, so that's why I'm only speaking on Spurs right now. Yeah, as in, do you think that they deliberately did this, or they would have sold? Like they just um. Do you think that they deliberately did this? Deliberately, Jesus Christ, why am I struggling to say deliberately? Would have sold. Yeah, I think they would have sold. I think City are a selling club. As crazy as that may sound, I think they're a selling club. Like they don't hesitate to sell. If you stump up the cash, they will sell. So yeah, um, yeah, they will sell. So yeah, that's just crazy, honestly. Am I distraught? Yes, but I've had more than enough time to let it marinate, and it has. So I'm not coming here shouting. I'm not coming here screaming. I'm still calm. Maybe at the end of the window, I would get angry. Um, but right now, I'm calm. I was angry a bit after the Hincapie news, but right now, I'm calm. I'm calm. And hopefully, I just noticed, Kia, you changed accounts. That's so strange. I don't know why you do that. Like, why do you change? Why do you change? Last day of transfer window, two bombers. That's the thing. I feel like it will be one of those, honestly. And I just hope Chelsea are unable to get this Xavi thing. But if Xavi has waited this long for them, I think it's clear he wants to go to Chelsea. He has waited so long for them. I thought on my iPad, I use my brother's account. Okay, okay. So I think he has waited this long for them, and like he could have like Tottenham have been interested in him since. So if he wanted to come to us, he would have come to us by now. But he hasn't, so I don't think he's that keen on the move. I think he wants to leave Leipzig. Like I think it's another Iberici is a thing where he would come, but you're not his priority. And in order to be his priority, we have to improve our performances in the league and in Europe and show that we're improving as a team. And that's the thing. It's like the chicken and the egg situation where we can't improve as a team if quality players don't want to come to the club. So how do we convince you to come to the club when you don't want to come to the club? If we aren't his priority, I don't want him. I feel you, but at this point we're desperate. Like for Iberici, yes, because he wanted us now. I want a beast who will play for the badge. I don't know where we go from here, honestly. I don't know. Sancho and Akliush. But that's the thing. Akliush as well, if it was our priority, let's him left wing. What do you mean by left wing? What happened to left wing? Who will play for the bench? Let's him left wing. As in me, left wing. No, 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 no. I'm past my sport days, oh I can't I don't do that anymore. Eh? Eh? You are going to left wing. Ah no, no, I can't do sports anymore. Eh? Eh? You want to kill me? There's no way. There's no way. Like I haven't run in years. There's no way. I might still have it somewhere, but if it's for sprinting, I might still have it somewhere in my locker. I might still be able to compete a bit. But if it's for football, no way. Can't do it anymore. I'm past it. But yeah, I think this is what we'll end up with because Shabby doesn't want to come to us. And that's the thing. It's very interesting that we haven't gone for Akiush. Do you think you're faster than Maguire? Are you joking? Are you joking? Uh-uh. Stop now. I'm not slow in any way, shape, or form. I can beat my chest for that. Like if I took running seriously, I probably would have made a career out of it. It's like natural. It's hereditary in our family. We all are good at running. So like it's not even something I train for, it's just like hereditary. So yeah, I think I could have made a career out of it, believe me. It says Sonic. Please. Can you not? Can you not whine me, please? But yeah, sure, that's just it. I think that this is what we'll end up with. But it's interesting that we haven't gone for a cliche, even considering everything. And I know it's because he can't play number eight. I know that's why. Because Aklish is a 10 and a right winger. That's why we haven't gone for him. If you look at all the players that we've been linked to, Gibbs White, Nico Paz, because of his defensive work, he can play there. Who else again? Paqueta, Gibbs White, I mentioned Gibbs White, Xavi as well can play it. But when it comes to these other ones, not so much. Wanieri, Doku, Pedro Neto, Odoi. Let me see. Xavi. Let's check Paqueta. Players similar to Paqueta. This is another boy at Monaco, but still too young. But yeah, Matthias Sule, my guy. So yeah, that's it basically. That is the situation we're in. If we finish the summer, the window with Xavi, let's say Xavi, let's hope Xavi, Ake, and Sancho. I don't think that would be a bad window. What would you rate this team over 10, Kev? What would you rate this team over 10? What would you rate this team over 10? 8.5. You really like this 8.5. You say this 8.5 a lot. 8.5. I think I'll actually give the team a 9. I think it's quite solid. I think that's a solid midfield. I think that is to a certain degree compared to majority of the league. Like aside from the likes of Liverpool, City, Arsenal, and Chelsea, that are a very small percentage of the league. I think that is quite a solid front line, and I think that is a very solid back line as well. I think that is a solid back line as well. So yeah, I think it's a solid team. I think it's a solid team. I think I'll give it a 9. I know that's crazy, or maybe it's also the context of where we were in the transfer window as well, like considering where we were and being able to get these three in. Maybe that's also what is like making me We can only pray, Jesus Christ. Like maybe that is even what is making me like take it to a nine. Cause bro, we are in the mud. How much? How much? How much do United? 20 million euros. But his wages are the killer. His wages will choke you. God forbid. I don't know where we go from here. Honestly. I don't know where we go from here. How much? How much is here? How much is here? Jesus Christ. Do you think he would reduce his wages to be a starter? Do you think he would reduce his wages to be a starter in the Premier League? No. Exactly. Because he didn't reduce his wages for Chelsea. That's why Chelsea didn't accept. And he paid 5 million not to sign him. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know honestly. Do you even think that these players, like Anthony and the likes, might just stay put at United knowing that Amorim will soon get sacked? Let me see. Xavi Simons. 100 and I don't know how much that is in pounds. But yeah, 12 million per year. How much is Sancho? Okay, let's check Sancho per year. 15 million pounds per year. Wow, that's more than double. 15.6 million pounds to euros. 18 million euros. So what was 12 million? A million has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 103. Eh? 10 million, sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 10 million per year. And he earns 18 million per year. That's close to double. That's close to double. That's crazy. That's too much money. United paid too much money. Like even this guy, see this guy. Let's check what is on. Look at this. An absolute joke. How much? How much? Let me show you. No. Mbeumo's salary at Brentford. Yeah, 43,000 per week to 250k. There's no way I would ever allow that. You said you're a Man United fan. You said you're a Man United fan, whatever, whatever. You're a Man United fan. You come here, 100k per week. Take it or leave it. You either want to play for United or not. How would I pay 250,000? Well, United have the money, and to them it's small money. To them it's small money, so to them it's small money. 300,000 pounds per week. 350K for Casemiro, 300, 250, 195, 189, basically 190, 150, 150. So look, sure, with how long he has been there, 150. That's crazy. Mazraoui 135, he just came. Ugarte 120. What has he done? Lisandro 120. Lindelof 120. This thing is small money. Ahmad 122. United is small money. Then Euro 115. Zexi 105. This is small money to United. Tottenham could do the same thing. Then everyone will be begging, but then everyone will be begging for a PRS. Tottenham will never, never. Oilund 85. Dalo 85. Johnny Evans 65. Garnacho 50 because he came from the academy. Dogo 40. Exactly. If Dogo is earning 40, why is Mbuemo getting 250? Mino 20. And that's why Mino has not been able to sign a new contract. Because because he's looking at what other people are earning and he's like, bro, this doesn't make sense. He said Onana one what? 120. Let me check. Where is it? Where's Onana? Alte 35. Tommy Team 45. This club is a joke. Onana 120. And he's under contract to 2029. Hi. Oh. Rashford. Sancho 150. Why are they saying Sancho is 150? Maybe it's what they are paying. Okay, maybe it's what they are paying. United 300. So maybe it's what they are paying. Rashford 300. Sancho 150. Anthony 105. Ah, Malasia 75. How is Sancho 150? Annual salary 7.8. Dead money. So there are two for Sancho. I don't even know. Oh, so maybe these guys were paying 100 and United was paying 150. Onana better be putting cash in stocks before he leaves and go to play more. If it was me, I would never leave. I would see if I was Rashford, nothing. See this salary, see this salary, or Casemiro, this salary, nothing will ever make me leave United. I will run down my contract if you like. Put me with under 18. I will play with joy with under 18, with joy in my heart. Ah, no, with joy in my heart, I will play for the under 18. Eh, number one, I will even be their starting striker. Sef. If they want me to keep, I will keep. £350,000 per week. You know how much that is? That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. But yeah, well, see, this Sancho thing is even unrealistic, sef. So even Sancho Babo, maybe we can loan him with an option to buy and cover his salary. But if we could pay Timo Werner 200K per week, if we could pay Timo Werner 200K per week, why can't we pay Sancho 250K? I don't know. Timo Werner was our joint highest paid player with Son when he came. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know, sure. But let's see. Let's see what they do. But right now, let me check if there's any updates. Right now, it doesn't look good. Wow, not that for Vanna. Honestly, it doesn't look good, honestly. Ruben to walk. Shocked. Okay, Ruben Amorim shocked. Aren't you? I'm shocked. Something has to change. We are not going to change 22 players again. We play like that against a fourth division team. I think the players have clearly shown what they want. The team and the players spoke really loud today. We lost, the best team won. Something must change. For now, we need to focus on the weekend. Then we'll have time to think. Wow. 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 Jesus Christ. That is intense. I can't lie. I remember Mr. Do less talking and play. Let me tell you, the only reason why he has lasted this long is because of his talking. He does a lot of media, which really helps him because he's friends with the media. So because he's friends with the media, he like is able to they're able to fight for him and there's less pressure on him. But like if he didn't used to do talking as he does now, wow, I wasn't dreaming. Manchester United actually lost. Bro, I don't even know what to say to you. I couldn't believe my eyes. I don't I don't know. I I didn't expect it. I mean, I knew they were bad, but not that bad. I didn't think they were that bad. I didn't think they were that bad. But yeah, I feel like Amarim's talking is what has kept him in the job this long, in my opinion. Because normally he shouldn't he shouldn't have lasted this long. But because he's friends with the media, he does a lot of interviews and things like that. They're supporting him. But right now, like the thing about supporting someone is like you have to give someone something to work with. You have to give someone something to support. And there's nothing to support right now. Their start to the season has been awful. What's the difference between them and West Ham? Okay, they've drawn one. They've drawn one. That's the difference between them and West Ham. So yeah, I don't know. It looks very bleak at the moment, honestly. It looks very, very bleak. And it looks like the clock is really ticking for Amro, in my opinion. So yeah, I don't even know where he goes from here. I don't know where United go from here. If they want to sack him, where they go from here, I don't know. I don't know where they go from here. But yeah, does anybody have any question? Care, do you have any question? I think I'll go now. I'm extremely hungry. Okay, Amram is poor. I still don't know why they will spend 200 million when there are gaps in the midfield. Let's not even talk about the keeper. I don't think United had a bad defense last season. Let me show you. Last season, United conceded 54 goals. Nottingham Forest, that everybody was raving about the defense, conceded 46. That's 8 goals more than Nottingham Forest. Just 8 goals more. Um, Brentford, that were meant to be this defensive side, whatever, whatever, they considered less than Brentford. The problem was in their goals scored, 44 goals scored. That was their problem. It wasn't the goals against. They had minus goal difference. Let me show you again. Previous seasons. It's not just last season. The previous seasons as well. -1 goal difference. 57 goals scored, 58 considered. Let me show you again. Look at their mates. 96, 91, 86, 76, 74, 77, 85. These are their mates. Let me show you again. Check this one. Okay, this one they had good goal difference. I think that was that season with Ronaldo. Or yeah, that was that season with Ronaldo. But yeah, goals for, goals against. It has always been goals scored. 99. Look at your mates. Look at your mates. Look at you. That's the problem. This season again, let me show you. Goals against 2. One against Man U and one against Fulham. Goals scored 1. That's been their problem. It's not the it's not the it's not the defense. Guy, 54 goals against is nasty work. What do you mean? Let's check. So Chelsea considered considered 51. Brighton are quite open. Let's not use Brighton. Palace, that meant to be these defensive monsters, considered 51 as well. Look at 80. Jesus Christ. 80 goals against. It's goals against. Good lord. But I think the worst one was Leeds. I think it was, where's Leeds? Where's that Leeds? I think they considered close to 100, or let me check. I thought they considered close to 100. They considered close to 100. 86. Southampton might be the worst side to ever come to the Premier League. Oh. Are you serious? Yes, Sheffield, sorry. 104. I know somebody considered up to 100. I know somebody considered up to 100. Yeah. Luton to a bad. Oh. 85. Yeah. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, Manchester United's attack was the problem. But now they have midfield. They have midfield and they have goalkeeper issues. And I think that they can sort their issues with short-term options. They just have to be very smart about the signings. Because if they had money to inquire about Baliba, that means they have money. If you're inquiring about Baliba, you have money to spend. So yeah, like, I think there's money to spend. They just have to find gems in the market and opportunities. Well, yeah, that's all I have for you guys today. I'm extremely hungry. If you're new here, please like, please subscribe, and turn on post notifications. I'm here every day, 10 p.m. So let me thank everybody. Thank you, Care. Thank you, Garrett. Thank you, Patch. Thank you, BM. Thank you, YOTD. Thank you, Henry Tong. Thank you, Care Second Account. And thank you, Shea. Thank you to everybody. Lucky's here. Can you imagine? Lucky hasn't been texting since. I am with manager. Why do our players show encouragement? One half and not two. Mbemo score, open goal, one pen, same Kunia pen. So your players did play well in the second half. They played decently, but you shouldn't even be losing against Grimsby, no matter the players you put out there. Lucky was crying after the match. What do you mean, care? What do you mean? No, no, no. Lucky seems pretty chill. Lucky seems pretty chill. First half, nothing. I agree with you. I agree with you, Lucky. They weren't good enough first half. A lot of your players were trying to be messes, they were trying to play stingy, they were trying to do all the things on their own. And it's not possible. It's not possible, honestly. It's not possible. You need to play as a team. You need to learn how to control possession. You need to learn how to pause. You need players that can dictate play, players that can slow things down and tell Kunia, Mbemo, come back here. Stop running. Every time they're just carrying the ball and running. Like, stop. Just take a chill pill and let's build up. Let's pass. Let's hold the ball for a sustained period of time. Yeah, Kunia's pen was disastrous. Yes, I agree. It was a very bad pen. And he could have won it for them. He could have. I don't know why Maguire didn't take it instead. It's very good at pens. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know, honestly. Maybe they're trying to build his confidence because they gave both him and Mbeumo. You know, Mbeumo is very good at pens, but not Cunha. So yeah, yeah, I don't know. It wasn't good enough from United, honestly. And like, sacking Amorim shouldn't even be a discussion right now. Mentality, encouragement with our players. I don't even know what encouragement means, but I'm guessing, like, you mean mentality issue. I get what you're saying. I think I don't think it's I don't think it's a mentality issue. I think it's the setup. They can't play this formation and they can't play with this team that the manager is trying to let them play. This team is a team that is built for 43-1. So Care sent loading. I don't understand what you mean by that, Care. Because I think that's loading. Loading stickers. Loading again. Don't know. But yeah, I think that I tried to trick you. Oh my bad. Oh, okay. Um I think that the way they're trying to play is not, it can't work with this team they have now. Maybe if they get in a midfielder, if they get in two midfielders, if they get in a defender, let's say a defender, a goalkeeper, things might change. But right now, I don't think so. I don't think so. And I think that questions have to be asked of the players, of the manager, and if Amorim is not careful, he might get the sack. He might get the sack. Need get new midfielder from Spain. Hmm. Which midfielder would you take, Lucky? What midfielder would you take at your club? I don't know. I know that Agume guy looks good. That's the only one I've seen you guys link to, and he's a cheap buy. Can play DM, can play CM. His strength is tackling. Wait, let's check players similar to Caicedo. Kamavinga is not tenable and is always injured. Who is this guy? How old is he? Christian Caceres Jr. Why is his Instagram here? What? That's so weird. That's crazy. Why is his Instagram here? Um, let's see. Is he trying to promote his Instagram? Um, Al Itifak, James Garner. No, sorry. Who's this? Who's this? Who's this? Sorry. So is this a player from the next player I would check is player similar to um what's his name? Baliba. This guy's 30 years of age. You know what's funny? Let's check Sidwell because I was saying Sidwell potentially to Spurs. Let's check. So his passing is good, his pass types are good, his defensive stats are good, and in possession, he tries. So yeah, Sidwell is not a bad shout to United. Let's check. Who is this? His passing is good. Wow, who is this? From Ren, 30 years of age. If he can play wide midfielder, DM and CM, he must really have like 9 longs. His passing is really good. Defensive contribution is good. This is a rogue shout, short-term fix. Especially this. Stop. I don't even know this guy. I don't even know him by the way. Let's check. Um, I'm just checking players similar to Caicedo. So that midfield general type of person. So this guy is how old? 36. Forget it. Let's check. United could do it. That guy. Oh, it's okay. His passing is good. Defensively, not very good, but in possession is good. I need somebody that is good at passing and defending. And how old is he? 34? Forget it. Um, 34. Ah, why are they all old? Okay, let's check players similar to Baliba. So Amadou Onana, no go area. Why don't they try for Onana? Why didn't they try? Esugo has already gone. Campeo, Campeo, Maduro, Maduro, Campeo. Awood Mar is 21 years of age. He's just a DM, good defensively, nothing else. One trick pony. There were some players that I found a while back. Let me check for them. I'm coming. Let me check my notes. Show them to you guys. Um, I'm coming. Let me check for it for you guys. Yeah. So I'm coming. I'm trying to find the players for you guys. No, this one stats are not even impressive at all. Late. Let me check this one. Late. There were two midfielders that I found one day when I was searching for Tottenham Hotspur's midfielder. Defense in possession, nothing really impressive. No, thank you. Who's this one? 31 years of age. Let's just see the data. Defense is good, nothing. No, thank you. Okay, you know what? Let me try and look for those players. Yes. Um, Ibrahima. Sorry. Yeah, let's check. I found them. I can't even remember where I found these guys. There were two of them I found. There were two of them that I found that day. So let me show you. So his passing isn't that good. Mind you, he's young. I think he's one of them. 21. Yeah, Genk. Look at his defensive stats. But the sample size is very small. I found two of them that day, but the sample size is very small. Then there was another one that I found. Songuto. I think that's the one that these guys are being linked to now. I think somebody is being linked to this guy. Let me check. This Songuto Mangasa. I think somebody is being linked to him. Songuto Mangasa transfer news. I know somebody's being linked to him. Yeah, West Ham. Yeah, West Ham is being linked to him. I know somebody's being linked to him. But I found him a couple. This was back in how many months ago now? June, 28th of June. This is my chat. Yeah, sorry. This is my chat with myself on WhatsApp, 28th of June. I wrote down his name. So yeah, I found him and that other guy. But that Genk one is still very raw. But this Mangasa too is doing it at a higher level, but the sample size is also very small. The sample size is very small. I found the two of them. But yeah, I found the two of them. Defensively, they are top, but on the ball, not so good. But that this guy is better, but the sample size is too small. Wait, let's check him on Super Score. So let's check. So on Sofa Score, he doesn't look all that. There's nothing special. Majority of his work is done defensively, sha, so but yeah, it's nothing special. Let's check. This is that Songuto Mangasa, Abi. This is the one these guys are linked to. So let's check the other one, that Ibrahima. Copy from Genk. This one too. It doesn't look like there's anything special. Tackling is his strength. The sample size is very small, and it's a Genk. It's a very small sample size, and it's a Genk. That's the thing. But his tackling stats in the last 365 days is incredible. His defensive stats are like he's a one trick pony, and his passing stats are not bad as well. But it's a Genk. That's the thing. So those are the only two players that I've been able to find. Let me check all the comments. So said Benjamin Sheshko, Kobe Mino, Ugarte, Patrick Dogu, Richardson. We gave chance. What did they do? Loki. Loki is obviously frustrated. God, I can tell. I'm sorry, Loki. I feel your pain, honestly. What's the maximum you pay for Baliba? Me? Maximum I'll pay for Baliba is 120 million. Anything above that is just extortion. Um, we had we had made chances again straight away second half. We had made changes again straight away second half. Yeah, yeah, because you guys were very bad. Glazers out. Fan Kobe. Mino Ugarte, we gave them chances, messed up. I agree with you. They did mess up. They did. Where's the mentality engagement from these two midfield? No mentality. He's not good enough. Who is not good enough? Daniel. Rest up. Did better along Matthias Delete and Harry Maguire and Bruno Cunha Miss Mount look better. Up the Mariners. Oh, that's a Grimsby fan. Oh my god. Crazy. Big up. Wow. Second half. Kobe Mino, Ugarte, Bruno Fernandez. Do we work next game? I get you. I get your pain. Lucky, honestly. I do get your pain. I I don't know. I don't know how to show you how sorry I am, but I feel it. Honestly, in my heart, I do. I do. But yeah, that's all I have for you guys. I've gone past 2 hours. I'm extremely hungry. If you're new here, please smash the like button. Please subscribe and turn on post notifications. I'm here every day, 10 p.m. by God's grace, talking football. So yeah, that might reduce when the transfer window ends. I've been thinking about that as well. That might reduce when the transfer window ends because there's nothing to talk about every day. But I don't know. Maybe we'll figure something out. Maybe I'll figure it out as I move on and as we go on. So yeah, um, that's all I have for you guys today. Take care, guys, and bye bye. Au revoir.